Hello there and welcome to our channel Critical Performance. In today's video we're diving into the world of elixirs. These elixirs are getting super important for those spots where you need some serious gear to grind like the Dacia spots, as well as higher tier spots such as the Crypt, Alon's Valley or Tungran Ruins. However, within each elixir rotation, there are several bottlenecks. In today's video, our focus is squarely on the Elixir of Destruction. Now, you've probably noticed this elixir is always sold out and going for crazy high demand in pre-orders. That's why we're taking matters into our own hands and making our own batch. I'll explain the whole elixir making process in detail. We'll kick things off with Snowfield Cedar Sap because this is the only material that you can't buy from Marketplace. Our journey starts right on the node Wind Null's Perch. But before I jump into my sample rotation, let me break down a few things. Firstly, let me say, a snowland cedar looks somewhat like it does in the picture. It shares some visual similarities with a regular cedar tree, but it is thinner. Secondly, I'm a rather lazy, more PvE grind-oriented player, so I've come up with this rotation to show you one that includes fewer trees but more server switches. This way, you won't have to memorize a ton of trees in a mega rotation and can comfortably farm a decent amount of Snowfield Cedar Sap. Generally, make use of all the gathering mastery gear you have available. In this example, I will be gathering with 2000 gathering mastery, allowing me to collect approximately 15,000 sap per hour, depending on minigame luck. Without further explanation, let's dive into my lazy sample rotation and how I go about farming it.
Like two magnets, we are drawn to each other. You just know how to push all my buttons. Moved out of town and I erased your number, but still I find myself calling in the middle of the night, and there is nothing I can do. I am madly drawn to you. I know you feel the same. You got my heartstrings tangled, tangled up. You got my heartstrings vibrating for you now. There's something more, but you don't want to admit it. Whoa, we're perfectly opposite. You got my heartstrings tangled, tangled up. You got my heartstrings vibrating for you now. There's something more, but you don't want to admit it. Whoa, we're perfectly opposite. I try to fight you off, but it's so useless. You circle around me like the moon around the earth, always ending with a kiss. I'm clueless. We pretend that we don't really care at all, and there is nothing I can do. I am madly drawn to you. I know you feel the same. You got my heartstrings tangled, tangled up. You got my heartstrings vibrating for you now. There's something more, but you don't want to admit it. Whoa, we're perfectly opposite. You got my heartstrings tangled, tangled up. You got my heartstrings vibrating for you now. There's something more, but you don't want to admit it. Whoa, we're perfectly
So, those were all the Snowfield Cedars in this rotation. At this point, I'd like to mention again that if you switch back your starting channel, you might encounter respawn issues towards the end of the rotation. Simply call your horse and sprint back to the starting point in Wind's Knoll Perch. They will have 100% respawn there and you can start to farm the 3 servers again. Now, let's move on to the other materials in the crafting process. Actually, you can buy all the other materials from the auction house. So we just set a pre-order on minimum prices there and have to wait a bit. Once we have all materials, we can craft the Elixir of Destruction itself. For that, you'll need a house in a town where you can place an alchemy tool. If possible, equip as much alchemy mastery gear as you can to increase your outcome. Through crafting, we obtain both green and blue elixirs. But how do we turn these green and blue elixirs into the blue party elixirs? It's quite simple. In every town, there's a material vendor who sells blue reagent, Elixir, and Ibelab's essence. Using the blue reagent, you can exchange your elixirs via simple alchemy 3-to-1 for a blue one. Elixir transforms your blue elixirs into 1 to 2 blue party elixirs each. This step is very important as it generally grants more elixir duration through this process. A party elixir lasts for 15 minutes, whereas a regular blue elixir only lasts for 8 minutes. Ibelab's essence is only used to trigger a 10x proc, speeding up the elixir crafting process. That's all for this video. If you have any questions about the elixirs, I'll be happy to answer them in the comments. Thank you very much for watching.